Okay, cleared it up. Now, next question here is from Oliver, and he asks, what are your thoughts on the new Spidey black suit that they're going to use for the movie? I got a lot of questions about Spider-Man 3. I don't know why. Anyway, I like the look of the new suit. When I first saw it, I was like, there's no white spider, and I was kind of disappointed in it. But I know why Raimi went the way he went. And basically, the suit's going to slither over his old costume and kind of just cover it up, if you will. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of like it. It's growing on me, I must say. I'm just happy he's doing the alien symbiote story at all. I mean, I don't care really how he does it at this point. Just do it! I love it! Next question is from Emilio. And he asks, he says, fan from Mexico, you're going international. Yes, I am going international, apparently. Awesome, though. I like it. I love what you do, and recently I've been posting comments on YouTube asking which comics should I start buying. Because there are a lot of comics of Spider-Man, and I really want to start reading all because I love Venom. So can you please tell me which one I should start buying? Well, now, if you love Venom, Emilio, this is where you want to go. Venom's going to reappear very shortly in the month of June in Sensational Spider-Man, the actual original Eddie Brock Venom. So if you want to get some Venom reading, that would be a way to go. There's also the Spider-Man family books which are out, and usually what they contain are reprints of older issues, and most of them right now that are reprinted are either the Sandman, Green Goblin, or Venom stories, because they're the three villains coming up in the movie, so Marvel naturally is trying to make all the money they can off it. Now, another way you can go is, if you don't particularly mind who's wearing the Venom costume, there's always Thunderbolts, which is a comic that's out every month, and it's basically villains that are all together and playing the hero under the new Registration Act from Civil War. And Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, is like their leader, basically. And Venom, well, the Matt Gargan version of Venom is in the comic book, and he's one of its leading men. So if you don't mind the fact that Mac's wearing the costume, Thunderbolt is good. If you like the fact that Mac's wearing the costume, like I mind the fact, then Sensational Spider-Man in June will be your way to go to see Venom. And if that's not enough, you don't want to wait, try to look at some recently published Spider-Man family books. And you'll probably see some old stories of Venom in there, which are quite cool. Our next two questions are from Trail Strife, and he asks, think you'll ever do Gambit 101, my favorite? Well, yeah, I think I'm going to do one, because actually, as you already saw, I know you saw it, the new trailer is out, and Gambit 101 will be coming very shortly. His other question is, who is your fave? Generation 1 Autobots or Decepticons, and why? Or was there a key moment which made you favorite? Perhaps you can include this in one of your AGA episodes. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to include it right now. My favorites are the Decepticons. They've always been. What can I say? I like the evil guys. And I love the Jets. I love Megatron, love Soundwave, and I love the ruthless way they worked. The Autobots are more like about prissy, saving, stuff like that, and it just never really appealed to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just evil Decepticon myself, but I always favored the Decepticons. I always found they looked a lot cooler, they sounded a lot cooler, and they just were cooler. Danny writes in, will you ever do a DCompose 101? A 101 about me. That could just be the greatest video ever. But probably not. I don't know. You guys want to see DCompose 101? Let me know. I might actually do it. Another question that I was asked, and I forget who asked it, but I remember the question. That's how good it was. I remembered the question. And it was, what were my thoughts on Hugo Weaving being the new voice of Megatron for Transformers the movie? I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed that Frank Welker didn't get the role. And I think that giving Frank Welker the role in the video game is kind of like a slap in the face. Kind of saying, hey Welker, you know what? You're not good enough for the movie. You know, you are the voice of Megatron, but you can't play Megatron. But hey, consolation prize, We'll give you a video game here, and you can do it on there. I don't know. I didn't like that. If I was to choose another voice, though, Hugo would probably be a way that I would go. I mean, you know, he's got a cool voice. The whole, hello, Mr. Prime. How are you? That'd be kind of cool. You know what I mean? Welcome in Prime to the Matrix, stuff like that. It'd work. My last question here, and actually a pretty important question, I think, comes from Spider Hopon, and he asks, my friends say that I'm too old for Spider-Man and comic books. My mom said that buying comic books are a waste of money, but ever since I saw you on YouTube, you just blew my mind away. You are a real hero to me, Kev. You know what? I'm going to say something right now. Some people think comic books are a waste of money or whatever. I dare the individuals that say that comic books are a waste of money go back 60 years ago and say that to the individual who bought Amazing Spider-Man #1 or Amazing Fantasy 15 or a whole bunch of those comic books, store them away in his attic, and today is sitting on a literal gold mine. Comic books are never a waste of money, and I'll tell you why. And this is the main thing. And anybody who tells you that reading a comic book is a waste of time are probably people that are illiterate. Because there's nothing wrong with reading. And you're going to see that a lot of the comic books nowadays are written by people who do screenwriting for television shows, screenwriting for movies, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of the comic book properties are being made into major motion pictures right now that millions of people go see. People who don't only read comic books, everybody goes out and sees it. It's a huge moneymaker in Hollywood. Now, if comic books were so stupid, why is there a multi-million-dollar industry, or I should say a multi-billion-dollar industry, surrounding them? It's because the total opposite. They're not stupid at all. And anybody that tells you that reading is stupid, kick their ass. Until next time, later guys.